What Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo Chapter 16. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable Will Bubba Kitty, who's somewhere around here, hopefully being good kitties, and this operation, well, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon, where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Digimon Beat Break. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 Patreon member, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there's a stacked fall anime season coming to a close, in which we are concluding our coverage for let's see, Sanda, Togenaki, Spy Family Season 3, Boku no Hero Academia Final Season, Gachi Kuda, One Punch Man Season 3, well, and Digimon Beat Break, well, it's 50 episodes, so that ain't stopping anytime soon. And there's even more on the way, including Jujutsu Kaisen, which we're going to be getting more information about Season 3 tonight, aka December 19th, at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Jump Festa Super Stage stream. So stay tuned, because we will probably do a video for it either tonight or maybe even tomorrow if I get everything done. So make sure you guys are staying tuned for that. And also, make sure you are checking out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So last chapter we saw Yuka basically invoke Maharaga, and it makes sense why Yuka would be the one to do it, even before looking at this chapter, because remember, she's terminally ill. And, well, she's basically dead at this point anyway, so might as well, right? Anyways, let's get into this chapter, see what's in store for us today. The 10 Shadows technique is an inherited technique of the Zenin clan. Woo! One of the former Big Three clans. So remember, Big Three clans are gone. They're dissolved. But also, thank you for giving me reversed negative contrast. I very much am a sucker for it. But former big three clans. Clans are gone. It's a technique that uses shadows as an intermediary to summon Shikigami. The Gojo clan has designated as a forbidden technique, only permitting Yuka Akotsu to make use of the abilities of selected Shikigami without summoning them. But what about Megumi? It's like, did Megumi not have any kids or something? Like, there's something going on, okay? Here we go. Editor's note here. The Zenin clan's treasure. And this chapter is titled Light of Murderous Intent. Alright, so I'm looking at Maharaga here, and I'm like, is this even finished? I know Gege's not doing the art, like, this time around, so it's like, yeah, I know Gege don't have no health issue. But, like, because remember, we've had times where there wasn't finished art, so, and it was because Gege had a health issue, but Gege not doing the art this time around. Another reason why I bring this up is because Sakamoto Days and Kakurabachi have had chapters with unfinished art lately, and it's like, really? Shueisha, you're allowing this to be, like, submitted? Like, what the fuck? But I don't know if that's the case here or not. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about that. 8-handled sword divergence, Seal of Divine General Maharaga. The Shikigami no sorcerer. The Shikigami no sorcerer in history has been able to tame. Well, except for Ryoma and Sukuna in Fushiguro Megumi's body. In practice, it can only be used in combat by dragging one's opponents into an exorcism ritual intended to kill all involved, including the user. Well, one of the users is basically dead anyway, so yeah. The participants in this ritual are Okotsu Yuka, who is basically dead, and Dabura Karaba. This is going to be very interesting to see how Dabura gets out of this. See, as I said, Okotsu Yuka is already in a state of suspended death. Woo! The ritual will not end unless Dabura Karaba is killed or Maharaga is destroyed, at which point Okotsu Yuka's death will be guaranteed. You know what? Even if Dabura does die, if he does somehow die, I think Yuka's gonna die regardless. I don't think it matters at this point. I think Yuka is gonna die regardless. If Yuka somehow gets a second chance at life because of this, that will be insane. And I will probably call hacks. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. But God, this art actually looks really nice. Except for the most part. I will say the bottom, this is on page 2. The bottom left. Top part of the bottom left is where I'm like, yeah, that kind of looks a little unfinished. But the other thing I have a little issue with, and let's be real, this is something that is basically common in sequels like this, where there's a different artist doing the art for it, or hell, even just if we were going to include Vada no Uichi in the equation, just another artist doing someone else's art. It tends to be stiff. Like Boruto in Dragon Ball Super, and also Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest are like the best examples of that, and it's very annoying. Ooh. Now this is nice. Okay. Ooh! Dabura's unleashed an attack! Alright! Ooh! This is nice. When I say this is like... I feel like... I've said this before, and I'll kind of say it again. I know I got in shit for it. This is very, like... I still feel like there's an edge that's missing. But, like... But for the most part, I think the art for Modulo is getting a lot better. It is. The edginess that Gege has is starting to really show up here. Oh, we have to mention here, this is so nice. Let's be real. To be fair, Modulo has had dimension. Maybe it's because I'm appreciating dimension after being, like, tortured by Togen Anki's lack of dimension. Oh my god, that anime pisses me off so much. You have no idea. Let's see. The summoning of a spiritual organism, giving the nature of cursed beasts, it would seem that spiritual organisms are an Earth-exclusive cursed energy life form. If isn't merely an unbreakable puppet fighting in a sorcerer's stead, there's something more, some kind of ability. Ooh! This is beautiful. This fight looks so sick. Dabura versus Maharaga looks amazing. I'm so happy. So, like, we got Dabura jumping onto Maharaga's face and shooting, like, a ki blast or something out of his feet. That is fucking sick. That is bomb. And the movement looks really nice. Okay, I see you. I have to wonder, because this happens sometimes, I have to wonder if this is, if now we're, oh man, wow, that destruction is sick. This thing, it's getting accustomed to my technique? Well, duh, it's Maharaga, no shit. The repeating spins of the wheels on its back and the recovery that follows. The Zenin clan's sacred treasure, 8-handled, sword divergent, Sila-defying General Maharaga, duh. The ability to adapt to any and all phenomena. The ultimate counter move. Yeah, dude, this is so sick! I'm curious how Dabura was gonna... I was very curious going into this. I was very curious to see how Dabura was gonna handle it. Meanwhile, Cross, over at the back at the Cross fight, or not Cross, why I say Cross? The Maru fight, didn't know you could use a sword. This was Cross's sword. Cross isn't dead, though, as far as I know. He's just in a coma. Oh, whoops. Here we go. So this is Tsurugi. By discarding cursed energy and a cursed technique, he gained immense physical ability through a heavenly restriction. I see. Now that I'm finding him, it clears up the questions I had after hearing about him from Yuka. Question: how does cursed energy enhancement differ from a physical gifted heavenly restriction? Answer: due to the absence of cursed energy, their movements cannot be predicted through the flow of cursed energy. How troublesome. Until I get used to it, every strike effectively becomes a surprise attack. I think the movement is still a little stiff. As I said, this is something that we see like in again, Boruto is probably I know people are going to, it's a hot take that I say Mono Ichi, but Mono, if you've read Maramashita or Rumicon, you understand why I include Mono Ichi in this equation, because, oh my god, it is like night and day. And when it comes to movement specifically. And Dragon Ball Super and Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest has this problem, where the movement becomes very, very stiff. It's very annoying. Let's see. Oh, whoops. I need this. Furthermore, Tsurugi manipulates the cursed energy within his weapons to perform techniques. I thought that cursed tools merely compensated for Tsurugi's lack of cursed energy. I see. That explains it. Cursed tools don't run out of cursed energy. Of course, this most likely depends on its grade. Tsurugi's fundamental approach to Jujutsu combat is vastly different from that of other sorcerers. Well, no shit. Kind of has to be. It's fine if Dabura is the only one to leave. Like his sister's curse, the ritual's range shouldn't reach beyond this planet. If he leaves, the ritual will be nulled and Yuka's life will be saved. Yuka's life was never going to be saved! Dabura won't be returning to Samuria. He himself is also included in the conditions of his sister's curse. Even if Dabura were the only one to enter the effective range of Discante tribe, the Discante tribe leader's curse, it would still be risky. It would be a different story if we use the black rope, but we don't have the time for that, do we? Maru, if I win this duel, leave this planet. Let that be the rule of this duel. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. You're a warrior, aren't you? Wait, you're a warrior, aren't you? Oh my god. You're a warrior, aren't you? Simple domain, maculation. This is nice. I'm so happy I'm getting more dimension. Thank you. You held back, didn't you? You didn't fight with your full power. Wait, sorry. Let me read this again. You held back, didn't you? You didn't fight with your full power. I'm sorry, Dabura. I understand how you felt now after what happened to our siblings. I'm terrified of losing our friends as well. I don't want anyone, I don't want anyone to be hurt or killed anymore. And you call yourself a warrior, you dare. Very well. I won't hold back. I'm fine to kill. Don't die on me. Ooh. This is going to be very interesting. The world just... Ooh. Maru and Cross's technique. So, yeah, Chaos and Order. Ooh. Chaos and Order is Maru and Cross's technique. Ooh, okay. But now, the real question is Dabura using his full power? First of all, let's look at that first, and then I want to get into Maru and Cross's power, which is Chaos and Order, because boy, does that say a lot. That explains a lot. I don't think Dabura is using his full power yet. I don't think so. I really don't. And in all honesty, the thing is though, remember, if Dabura uses his full power, then it's going to alert the Discante tribe and tribe leader. Right? Oh, man. That's going to be very interesting. How much of, do you think Dabura will be able to, like, use enough power to where he's not detected? That's a great question. I'm so curious. Will Maharaga, and I wonder if that's what they're kind of counting on. I wonder if Yuka and them and the sorcerers were counting on Maharaga being able to, like, cause Dabura to use his full power, or to use enough power to activate the curse. I wonder if that's what their goal is, because that to me would make the most sense. And will Maharaga be able to do it? Or is Dabura that... I think Dabura is going to probably... I think Dabura is already having enough fun, is having fun as it is. Let me go back and see real quick. Because it looked like to me that Dabura was having fun with this. But let's go... Because I'm going to look at that... I'm going to look at the... Nah, it doesn't... You can't tell there. It's the other one. When he's saying, this thing is getting accustomed to my technique. It looks like he has, like, a smirk on his face. So, I don't think he's using that much power. I don't think so. Like, I want to know how much power, like, on a percentage scale, how much do you think he's using? My guess is maybe like 25% of his power maybe he's using. That's like at most right now. He's maybe like, at the very least, he's definitely using like 10%. I think it's between 10 and 25% of his power. But man, if Maharaga drives him to use like 50% of his power, then they are fucked. Because that means the Discante leader is going to be able to sense it. Now, then there's the whole thing with Cross and Maru. Their power is chaos and order. Maru being chaos makes a lot of sense based on what we've seen with his personality and shit. Him being chaos makes a lot of sense. And Cross being order makes a lot of sense to me too. Because Cross is very like stern and meticulous. So yeah, I could definitely see Cross being and remember, Cross was the one that was pulling Maru back. Without Cross, without order there to keep chaos in check, chaos is going to run wild. Best example of this. Let's talk about Tazai and Four Knights of the Apocalypse. When one side, with Light and Dark, especially since we have the Demon King subdued, when the Demon King was subdued, or destroyed, and this was before Zeldris became the Demon King, chaos, like, the balance was out of whack. And what came into place when the order is out of whack, when you get chaos. And yeah, that's what happened. You have chaos going wild, and that's what's happening here. You have, because you have order, the embodiment of order out of commission, chaos is going to run wild. I see what you're doing here, Gege. I see you. I wonder if he is getting kind of inspired by Four Knights of the Apocalypse / Tazai. This could be just a happy accident. Which, by the way, if you are not especially reading Four Knights of the Apocalypse, well, you have to read Tazai first before you read Four Knights of the Apocalypse, but despite that rough ending despite the rough ending in Seven Deadly Sins, Four Knights of the Apocalypse more than makes up for it, for those of you that are wondering. Four Knights of the Apocalypse is so fucking good. It is so damn good. I recommend it. It's one of my favorite series to cover on this channel. I've been covering it since like chapter 1. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. But anyways, back to Jujutsu Kaisen here. I'm very curious what you guys think of. I love the paneling for the final page too. I do. So I'm curious what you guys think about this chapter. What do you guys think about Mahoraga? Like, do you guys think that if I think like both Dabura and Yuka are gonna die regardless. I do. I honestly like. Let me put it this way: Yuka's gonna die. Period. Whether Mahoraga kills Dabura or not, she's gonna die. Period. But the thing that I really hope is gonna happen is I really hope that Mahoraga drives Dabura to use so much power that the curse on his sister is activated. I want to go back to what Maru was said in particular. Where was it? It was this. Like his sister's curse, the ritual's range shouldn't reach beyond this planet. If he leaves, the ritual will be nulled and Yuka's life will be saved. Dabura won't be returning to Sumeria. He himself is also included in the conditions of his sister's curse. Even if Dabura were the one to enter the effective range of the Discante tribe leader's curse, it would still be risky. It would be different if a different story if we use the black rope, but we don't have the time for that, do we? But yeah, Tsurugi, it's too late for this. It is. Yuka's gonna die regardless. And if the curse is activated, yeah, Dabura's gonna, I think Dabura's gonna die. I think for sure Dabura's sister's gonna die. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Dabura is, at the very least, Dabura's sister's gonna die? And what about Cross in all this? I think the only way to stop all of this is for Cross to step in. Again, in regards to Yuka, there's no way. Yuka is not coming back. There's no way. Even if there's by some miracle she does somehow survive, she's like already basically dead at this point. Unless you have like a miracle cure for cancer, you're not going to save her. No way. There's no way. No way. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below what you guys think. I'm so happy with this fight. This fight is sick. This fight is sick. And I'm really looking forward to seeing this. Because, like, I really like that Maru and Cross's power, chaos and order, it not only reflects them as, as people, but also in regards to their literal situation here. It does. And it's very interesting. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help this operation alive and kicking so we could keep bringing you more Modulo content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee. Purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.